Section 1. A new beginning, the simple power of clear communication. Do you want to speak and write better English starting right now? Many people believe that learning grammar is a very difficult and long journey, but that does not have to be your story. Learning just a few simple rules can make a very big difference in how you communicate with others. This short guide is designed to help you understand basic English grammar quickly and easily. You can speak better English fast. This is not about becoming a grammar expert overnight. Instead, it is about building confidence one small step at a time, so that your words are clear, your meaning is understood, and your conversations are more successful. What exactly is grammar, and why should you care about it? Think of grammar as the instruction manual for a language. It provides the essential rules that tell us how to put words together to form correct and meaningful sentences. When we follow these rules, other people can understand our thoughts and ideas without confusion. Good grammar acts like a bridge, connecting your mind to the mind of your listener or reader. It helps ensure that the message you want to send is the exact message that is received. It is a powerful tool for clarity, making your professional and personal interactions much smoother. This essay is structured to make your learning experience as simple as possible. We will explore important grammar rules one by one in small, manageable sections. Section 2. The foundation of facts and habits, mastering the simple present. Our first rule is one of the most common and useful tenses in English. We use the simple present tense to talk about two main things: general facts that are always true, routines or habits we do regularly. For example, the earth revolves around the sun. A habit is an action you repeat often. For example, I drink coffee every morning. The rule for forming the simple present is straightforward for most subjects. With I, you, we, and they, use the base form of the verb, no change. Example, I work in a large office. Example, they play soccer on the weekends. These sentences describe something generally true or regular, not happening right now. The important rule involves he, she, and it. Add s or s to the verb. Examples, he likes, she works, it rains. Correction, he works from home. Correction, she liked tea, she likes tea. Remembering the final s is critical. Now, a quick practice question to check your understanding. A. He go to school every day. B. He goes to school every day. Section 3. The action of now, understanding the present continuous. Next we will explore the present continuous tense. This tense is your tool for describing actions that are happening at the very moment of speaking. If you want to talk about what is going on right now, this is the tense you need to use. I am working now. Imagine someone asks you, what are you doing? Your answer will likely be in the present continuous. I am reading a book. We are watching a movie. This tense creates a sense of immediacy and action, painting a picture of an event that is currently in progress. It is different from the simple present, which describes general habits rather than ongoing activities. The structure for the present continuous is consistent and easy to learn. Use the correct form of the verb to be, am, is, are, plus the main verb with the ing ending. The form of to be changes depending on the subject. Use am with I, is with he, she, and it, and are with you, we, and they. I am eating dinner right now. The children are playing outside. The formula remains the same. Subject plus am, is, are, plus verbing. Practice quiz 2. Which sentence describes an action happening now? A. I read many books. B. I am reading a book now. Section 4. Setting the scene, using there is and there are correctly. A very common and useful phrase in English is used to state that something exists, especially when you are describing a place or a situation. These phrases are, there is, there are. They are often used at the beginning of a sentence to introduce a new object or person. These phrases are essential for setting the scene and providing basic information about what is present. Choose there is for a singular noun, and there are for a plural noun. There is one cat. There are two cats. There is a key on the desk. Key is a single object. There is a new student in our class. Student is a single person. You can use the contraction there's. There's a good movie on TV tonight. There are 3 books on the shelf. There are many people at the bus stop. Do not contract there are. Use the full 2 words. Practice quiz 3. Which sentence is correct? A. There is 3 apples on the table. B. There are 3 apples on the table. Section 5. The small words that matter. Articles, a, and, the. In English we have small but very important words called articles. These words come before nouns and show general versus specific meaning. Use a before a consonant sound. Use and before a vowel sound. Examples: a book, a car, a house. Examples: an apple, an elephant, an interesting story. Use the for specific or unique things: the dog, the sun, the moon, the internet. Section 6. Counting and not counting, grasping countable and uncountable nouns. This difference affects the words you use for quantity, such as many and much, and whether you use a or an. Countable nouns are items you can count. 1, 2, 3. Examples: book, chair, apple, friend. Book, books. Uncountable nouns are not counted as individual units. Water, rice, information, music, advice. You cannot say one water or two advices. Use units: a glass of water, a piece of advice, a lot of information. 4. Countable nouns: many, few, a number of. 4. Uncountable nouns: much, little, an amount of. We have many chairs, but we need a few more. There is not much water, only a little. Many water and much chairs are incorrect. Practice quiz 5. Which sentence sounds more natural? A. I have much books to read. B. I have many books to read. Section 7. Looking back. A simple guide to the simple past. We use the simple past for actions that started and finished at a specific time in the past. I walked yesterday. Common time markers: yesterday, last week, last night, 3 years ago in 2010. Regular verbs add ed, walk, walked, play, played, watch, watched. I watched a movie last night. She visited her parents last weekend. Some verbs are irregular: go, went, see, saw, eat, ate, have, had. Practice quiz 6. Which sentence is correct? A. I go to the store yesterday. B. I went to the store yesterday. After discussing the present and the past, our final stop in time is the future. English has several ways to talk about the future. Two of the most common are will and be going to. They can sometimes be interchangeable, but often have slightly different uses. Both forms help with plans, promises, predictions, and decisions. Use will for a quick decision at the moment of speaking. I will get it. Will also makes offers and promises. I will help you. I will call you tomorrow. Structure: subject, plus, will, plus, base, verb. Negative: will not, or won't. Be going to is for plans decided before speaking. I am going to visit my brother next month. It also makes predictions based on evidence. It is going to rain. Structure: am, is, are, plus, going to, plus, base form. Practice quiz 7. Which sentence shows a quick decision now? A. The phone is ringing. I will answer it. B. I am going to answer the phone next week. One of the most fundamental rules in English is subject-verb agreement. The subject and the verb must agree in number. Singular subjects take verbs with s in the simple present. He plays. The dog barks. Plural subjects use the base form. They play. The dogs bark. I and you follow the base verb pattern. I like coffee. You like coffee. Add s only for he, she, and it. Practice quiz 8. Which sentence is correct? A. She liked pizza. B. She likes pizza. In the simple present and simple past, we use helping verbs to form questions. Do, does, did. They go at the beginning. Do you like ice cream? Does she work here? Did you see the movie? With does, the main verb returns to its base form. Does he speak? Not, does he speaks. Short answers repeat the helper. Yes, I do. No, she doesn't. Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Practice quiz 9. Which question is correct? A. Do she work here? B. Does she work here? Practice quiz 10. How do you answer? Do you study English every day? A. Yes, I do. B. Yes, I am. We have now covered 10 fundamental rules of English grammar. Simple present for habits. Present continuous for now. There is, there are. Articles a, and, the. Countable versus uncountable. Simple past. Will and going to. Subject. Verb agreement. Forming questions. Short answers. Practice a little every day. Knowledge becomes skill when you use it. Choose just one rule to focus on today. Write 5 new sentences using that rule. Say them out loud. Check them.